Hello students, today just I have to teach you about the basic unit of life means cell, and inside the cell a number of cell organelles are present. So today just we will discuss about that cell organelles, okay? And today just I am going to take one cell organelle, that is plastids. Just I am going to write here plastids. Plastids are the largest cell organelle which are present only in the cytoplasm of plant cell. In animal cell, generally it is absent. Now, today just we have to discuss about them. Plastids are of three types, in which first is called chloroplast, second is called leucoplast, and third is called chromoplast. So just I am going to write here. First is called chloroplast, second is called leucoplast, and third is called chromoplast. Okay, so these are the three different types of plastids. One by one just we have to discuss. First of all, just we will take chloroplast. Chloroplast is a green colored cell organelle or plastid. Inside this chloroplast, green colored pigment is present, that is called chlorophyll, and you should know this chloroplast helps in the process of photosynthesis by which green plants make their own food. Now just we will see about leucoplast. Leucoplast is colorless. It is present in the cells of root. It stores food and becomes fleshy. It stores starch, protein, and lipid. Lipid is also known as fat. Now we will see about chromoplast. Chromoplast gives color to the flowers, fruits, and seeds of the plant, except green color. Okay, it gives out, we can say, it makes the flower beautiful and attractive, due to which insects and birds get attracted towards the flower, and in this way they help in the process of pollination. Okay, now here just we have to discuss about chloroplast once again by making figure. Okay, so just I am going to erase it, and after that just I will make a rough diagram of chloroplast, and we will see what are the internal structures. Okay, chloroplast. Just I am going to draw a rough diagram. Chloroplast is a double membranous structure. In this way, just we have to draw a rough diagram. It is, you have to draw in good way in your copy. Okay, just I have drawn the figure of chloroplast. Here is the figure of chloroplast. Listen, each chloroplast is surrounded by a double membranous structure, in which outermost is called outer membrane, whereas inner one is called inner membrane. Okay, the area which is surrounded by the double membranous structure is filled with a jelly-like structure, that is called stroma. Stroma is also known as matrix. Okay, now listen, in the stroma of the chloroplast, many disc-like structures are present. These all are disc-like structures, and these disc-like structures are called thylakoid. Okay, now listen, these thylakoids get stacked on one another and form a pillar-like structure. You are seeing here, and these pillar-like structures are called granum. You should know, in a chloroplast, 40 to 60 such granums are present, and all granums are collectively known as grana. Okay, inside these granum or thylakoid, because granums are made of thylakoid. So we can say inside the thylakoid or granum, many small green colored pigments are present, and these small green colored pigments are called chlorophyll. 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 Okay, so this is the rough diagram of chloroplast. Just one second, just I am going to explain it. Each chloroplast is surrounded by a double membranous structure, in which one is called outer membrane and inner one is called inner membrane. Okay, the area which is surrounded by the double membranous structure is filled with a gel-like structure that is called stroma. Stroma is also known as matrix, and in the matrix many disc-like structures are suspended, and these disc-like structures are called thylakoid. Okay, after that these disc-like structures, means thylakoid, get stocked on one another and form a pillar-like structure, and these pillar-like structures are called granum. In a chloroplast, 40 to 60 such granums are present, and these granums are collectively known as grana. Okay, now listen, in the thylakoid or granum, many small green colored pigments are present that are called chlorophyll, which help in the process of photosynthesis. Okay, so this is the structure of chloroplastids. Now just we will discuss about nucleus. I am going to erase it. After that just I will draw a rough diagram of nucleus, and after that just we will discuss on the nucleus. Who discovered the nucleus? You know that I have said nucleus was discovered by the Robert Brown in the root cells of orchid plant. I have said already. Now just I am going to draw a rough diagram of nucleus. Nucleus. It is a rough diagram. In this way, just we have to draw okay. Listen, it is the rough diagram of nucleus. Nucleus is discovered by Robert Brown in the root cells of orchid plant. Just have said, in eukaryotic cell, nucleus is surrounded by the nuclear membrane. Means we can say in eukaryotic cell, prominent nucleus is present. But in prokaryotic cell, nucleus is not surrounded by the nuclear membrane. So such type of nucleus is called nucleoid. Means we can say in prokaryotic cell, all the nuclear contents are suspended in the cytoplasm, and they all are collectively known as nucleoid. Now we will discuss about the structure of nucleus. Each nucleus is surrounded by a double membranous structure, in which outer one is called outer membrane. Outer membrane. And inner one is called inner membrane. You are seeing here, this nuclear membrane is not continuous. It has many pores at certain places, and these pores are called nuclear pore. Nuclear pore. And this nuclear pore helps in the exchange of substances between nucleoplasm and cytoplasm. Now we will discuss about nucleoplasm. What is nucleoplasm? Inside the nucleus, a jelly-like structure is filled, and that jelly-like structure is called nucleoplasm. Okay. Now, listen. In the nucleoplasm, a network of thread-like structure is present. That is called chromatin network. Chromatin network. And this chromatin network helps in the formation of chromosome during the process of cell division. Now listen, in the nucleoplasm, a membranous rounded structure is present, that is called nucleolus. nucleolus, and this nucleolus gives required amount of RNA, or we can say this nucleolus helps in the synthesis of RNA, which is essential for the synthesis of protein. So this nucleolus is also known as factory of RNA or factory of ribosome. But in the nucleus of eukaryotic cell, this nucleolus is present, but in the nucleus of prokaryotic cell, nucleolus is absent. Okay. Now, just we will discuss about the function of nucleus. But once again, just I am going to repeat it. This is the nucleus. Okay, each nucleus is surrounded by a double membranous structure, in which outer one is called outer membrane, inner one is called inner membrane. This nuclear membrane is not continuous. It has many pores at certain places. These pores are called nuclear pores, which helps in the exchange of substances between nucleoplasm and cytoplasm. After that, inside the nucleus, a jelly-like structure is filled, that is called nucleoplasm, and in this nucleoplasm, a network of thread-like structure is present, that is called chromatin network, and this chromatin network helps in the formation of chromosome during the process of cell division. Inside the nucleoplasm, a dense rounded structure is present, that is called nucleolus, but this nucleolus is absent in the nucleus of prokaryotic cell. Now we will discuss about the function of nucleus. You should know, nucleus is also known as brain or control center of the cell. Why? You should know, because this nucleus controls all the metabolic activities which are performed by the cell. Once again, since nucleus controls all the metabolic activities which are performed by the cell, so it is called brain or control center of the cell. It gives protection to the cell. In some organisms, it helps in the process of reproduction, and it helps in the process of cell division also. So these are the function of nucleus. Once again listen, nucleus controls all the metabolic activities performed by the cell, so it is called brain or control center of the cell. Second function, it gives protection to the cell. Third function, in some organisms it helps in the process of reproduction. Fourth, it helps in the process of cell division. So these are the various functions of nucleus. Okay, for today it is enough. Thank you.
थोड़ा ही है एकदम